What's up, guys? I'm the MMA Casual, and you're watching the MMA Casual Show, where I break down fights, give predictions, and of course, cover all combat sports news. So do me a favor, hit that like button, and of course, subscribe to this channel for more. Guys, it's a great day. Jake Paul lost. And I know I sound like a hater, but what can I say? I've been very suspicious of all his fights being rigged up to now. I just think the fights he's picked have been very selective, just like any fighter, but he gets a lot of hoopla and a lot of attention just because he's a celebrity. And I think it's just a little disrespectful to the sport. So, yes, I feel like Jake Paul was humbled, and I'm excited about it. Yesterday, he fought Tommy Fury, and Tommy Fury proved that there's a huge gap between an actual professional boxer and Jake Paul. And let's be clear, Tommy Fury isn't the best professional boxer. His track record and selected fighters aren't the best either, but he's definitely been doing this for a long time. And I do want to give credit to Jake Paul because it is due. He's had the time, the means, he has the money, he's put in a lot of work, and he's been at it for I think about 5 years, and he's shown drastic improvement. But yesterday's fight just proved that it takes a lot more than all those things. It takes time, effort, and a lot of time, really, and a lot of training and sacrifice to get to where these guys are. So I'm glad he was able to keep up. But at the end of the day, when it's real competition, Jake Paul has nothing for these guys. He looked real stuck in there, very one-dimensional, looking for that huge right hook that's been laying people out supposedly, while Tommy Fury was actually able to move around that ring, was able to, work his jab and actually throw some combinations. Going back to some of the previous fights that Jake Paul had, I've always been suspect about it because, he fought Nate Robinson, a retired basketball player, no credibility there. He goes and fights Ben Askren, which is a retired MMA fighter whose specialty was wrestling and has never shown any elite striking in his life. Goes and knocks out Tyron Woodley, which is a little more surprising, but Tyron Woodley had been declining dramatically in his career prior to that. And at the end of the day, he's not a real boxer. And I also think there was a little sign there to knock him out. And then last but not least, Anderson Silva, who's a 50-year-old man, a definite legend of the UFC. But I also think it's rigged because if you watch that fight, Anderson Silva opens up so many holes with his movement, but doesn't capitalize with his actual punches. So I was very on the fence about how legitimate these fights were for Jake Paul. But now we know. I guess they're not rigged. Or are they? Could they have just been setting up a second fight with Tommy Fury? Let's be honest. These guys have to know that Jake Paul's boxing career is going to come up short. He's not going to keep fighting top level guys. He's just going to be fighting big names for big paychecks. And we're okay with it. Let me know what you think below. But moving on now into the MMA news aspect, we are moving on to the biggest month of the year, in my opinion. It is currently February 27th. And this upcoming March, we have huge things happening. We have Jon Jones coming back into the octagon after 3 years away from it. And now he's coming back as a heavyweight against Cyril Gane. And if you haven't checked out my video breakdown, go check it out. I have my full prediction there. But it doesn't stop there. The week after that, we have Petr Yan facing on Merab. The week after that, I believe we have... Oh, that's right. Leon versus Usman 3. Sorry, I had a blank there. And then the week after that, of course, we have Corey Sandhagen versus Chito Vera. And in this month, we also get a lot of star power mixed in. We get to see Valentina, we get to see Bo Nickel, and of course, I'm excited to see Shavkat Rakhmonov. So let's see what that has. Moving on, Dana White came out this week and he said there's a sure fill-in for the Jon Jones and Cyril Gane fight, but he didn't want to say who. And now I want to ask you, who do you think is going to fill in? In my opinion, I think it's going to be Sergey Pavlovich. He recently just signed for a fight against Curtis Blades in April, but to be honest, he's very deserving of a title shot, and he's been taking out big names in a dominating fashion. He knocked out Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa in the first round. So I think he's our guy. Let me know what you think. And to finish this off, I just want to talk about the UFC not letting guys retire in peace and on top. There's rumors of the Korean zombie fighting Ilya Topuria, and I just think that's a terrible idea. I think they really don't want to see anyone leave on a win. But anyway, it's the UFC. Let me know what you guys think. This is my new segment, nonstop UFC news, updates, and of course, any breakdown and prediction you want. So let me know what you want to see next. And of course, like and subscribe. Thank you.